an excellent Clipper defense. They explode for 130 points, 56% shooting from the field. Oturo's shot won't go. The final misses with a whistle and a foul. And they will have home court advantage in the finals, regardless if it's Milwaukee or Atlanta. That series tied at 2 games apiece in the East. Again, ironic that Chris Paul makes his first finals by beating the team that he played for 6 years, and a team that was part of a lot of heartbreaking playoff losses. Coming up next, Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt, live post-game reaction. That's how Giannis and Trae Young's injuries changed the Eastern Conference Finals. And the best thing SVP saw from a busy day in sports.
The best thing Scott saw was Chris Paul's second half.
And he's had his share of heartbreaking playoff losses, but a time to celebrate as he will go to his first NBA Finals. Willie Green, former NBA player and assistant coach. As Ejuan Moore, backcourt violation, and now the Clippers will just dribble it out. Another big road win for this team. They've had so many of them. Game 4 against the Lakers, games 3 and 4 against Denver, and now games 4 and 6 here against the Clippers in the conference finals. As the second stick down, the Western Conference Finals are come. The Phoenix Suns, for the first time in 28 years, are going back to the NBA Finals. Those two coaches, Mark, you were right. They did magnificent work. Two great young basketball minds. Such respect and admiration for each other. And a rough ending for Paul George and the Clippers. Some spectacular performances. Tonight was not one of them. And you love to see this respect at the end of a very hard-fought playoff series.
And you look at Ty Lue, a former player, you look at Chauncey Billups, a former player, they understand Chris Paul's march to try to get to the NBA Finals and be a champion. You know how hard that is? They're acknowledging his greatness and his pursuit.
They lose only 4 games. There's Mark Bryant, the assistant who's done wonders with DeAndre Ayton. Only lose 4 games in the first 3 rounds. 12 and 4 in these playoffs. 6 and 2 on the road. And they are your 2021 Western Conference champions.
And I just want to say this. There are people that say, well, Chris Paul's not a winner because he didn't win a championship. Chris Paul getting a Phoenix Suns team to the NBA Finals, to me, is more impressive than some teams that's won a championship. You know how incredible a feat that is? A team that has lost recently, know nothing about winning.
Well, every place he's gone, Mark, he's made that impact on turning a franchise around and becoming a winning team. And here in this playoff run, the first 3 rounds, Devin Booker started the first round against the playoffs at a 47-point clinch in Game 6. The second round, Paul was at his very best. And here in the Western Conference Finals, they had a lot of help from a lot of people.
Chris Paul acknowledging Lil Wayne and the support that he has shown, the love he has shown to the Phoenix Suns, believing in them, supporting them, being around them. He wants to be part of this celebration.
41 points. And Devin Booker, after having some struggles earlier in the series, excellent game tonight with 22 points. But they got Jay Crowder with a big performance. He had 19. Paul's going to enjoy this before he gets set. Remember, Chris Paul in Game 1 of these playoffs injured his right shoulder. People started to say, oh no, another injury for Chris Paul. And the first 3 games of that series was a struggle. But he came back strong, was magnificent against Denver, then missed 2 games in this series after testing positive for COVID. Struggled a little bit in the first couple of games back. But a brilliant performance here in Game 6. Let's go to Rachel.
Chris Paul. Chris, I know you're all over the place right now. Chris Paul is in the NBA Finals. What do you think when you hear that sentence?
Man, it sounds damn good. Damn good. It's been a lot of work, man. A lot of work. Going to a new team, everybody staying the course. That team fight hard. T. Lou, unbelievable coach. Chauncey Billups, my big brother, so many ties to that team. But damn, this feels good.
Chris, in this game, there was a point the Clippers cut it to 7. You then scored 14 of 16 points on your way to 41 for the game. What kind of mission were you on?
Don't lose. Don't lose mission. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that feel good. I wish my son and my family come down here. I don't know, man. It's just a lot of emotions, a lot of injuries. I was getting an MRI yesterday on my wrist. A lot of shit going on. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just want to get over there with my team, Rach. Respect. Appreciate you.
I'll talk to you when I give you the trophy. How about that? Back to you, Mike.
You can hear the emotion in his voice. Again, it's taken him 16 years. One of the premier point guards throughout his entire NBA career. Now at age 36. Remember a few years ago, people were starting to say he was on his decline. What he did last year was magnificent with OKC, just getting them into the playoffs. And then this year comes to a Phoenix Suns team that had not been to the playoffs since 2010, and here they are in the NBA Finals. Every single one of these young players talk about the impact that he's had. So now they'll await the winner of the East, and that's going to resume tomorrow night on TNT. Game 5 tip-off shortly after 8:30 Eastern. Hawks and Bucks. Not sure if Trae Young's going to play. We know Giannis Antetokounmpo will not play, although his injury not as serious. Did not have structural damage. We'll hope at some point he can get back in that series. Celebration tonight in Phoenix. And a tough way for a magnificent season for the Clippers to come to an end. Final score in Game 6, Suns 130, Clippers 103. Phoenix wins it in 6 games. For our producer Tim Corrigan, director Jimmy Moore, and our outstanding ESPN crew. And of course for Jeff, Mark, and Rachel, Mike Green saying Sports Center coming up next. And we will have full coverage of the Western Conference Trophy presentation. That's next as the Suns make it to the NBA Finals.